All right, all right, all right, all right. What is going on? How are you? We are here on a new episode of the Juan Solo Show, episode 250. Oh my God, this is our. Would this be our bicentennial? Bicentennial? Is that what it is? What the 250th episode is? I think. Wait, no, is bicentennial 170th, 175th? Hold on, let me see. Let's see. What is 250 semiquintennial. I cannot. Semiquincentennial. Semiquincentennial. I think that's going to be the title of the episode. I cannot pronounce that. But what's up, guys? How are you? We are here. Oh my gosh, man. I honestly, I'm not going to lie to you, never thought I was going to get to 250 episodes of the solo podcast. Never thought I'd have so much hate for it, too. Which is hilarious, but it's only private profiles. And let's be real, private profiles don't really exist. These people are basically they're basically barely human. Because why would you get on a social media platform and then just hide? I don't know. To me, it seems a little stupid. That's just my opinion, but I am also like you. I'm also make stuff that I want people to see. Well, actually, I really don't give a shit. People see. I shouldn't say that. It's not that I don't give a shit. It's just that I'm like I make it, and then I'm like, all right. I just don't. I don't connect myself to it. I do, but I don't. What's the best way to describe it? So I make it. But I'm not like, I'm just like, yeah, this is a podcast. I made it, and I'm done. Like, next week, there's going to be another podcast. The week after that is another podcast. The week after that is another podcast. The week after that is another podcast. I just keep on making them. I'm not like, this is the end-all, be-all. When I make, like, like any sort of YouTube video, I was always like, oh, this is really good. This is fun. Next week, I make a new one. And then whenever I make a short film, I make it, and then I'm like, that was kind of a personal expression, and then I move on. And as much as I want to hold on to it, as much as I want to be like, this is what it like. This can't be just it, because then you get stagnant, and then what's the point? You just got to start. You just got to make and 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 make stuff. It's one of those things. It's 12 o'clock now. Chiefs game started. I thought I could get this all done before the Chiefs game. I done some laundry, did a little bit of writing, cleaned a little bit, not much, and then I slept in a little bit longer than I normally do. No, what am I saying? I normally always sleep in this late on Sunday. Went out last night, hung out with some friends. I drank these banana ramas, which was like ginger and rum and banana flavored. It was really good. Had like 5 of them. Woke up this morning. I was a little slow to the release. And I'm like, oh God, I should not have done that. I didn't even give a shit about spending the money. I'm like, I shouldn't spend that money to feel like shit. Oh, God. Shouldn't have stayed out late. And that's the reason why I have this fucking cough now. I hate winter because it's like, it's just everything's so fucking dry. Like, my hands get fucking dry. My throat gets dry. And people are like, why do you cough so much in the winter? I'm like, because it's fucking dry, bro. But yeah, so we're here. We're doing this podcast. Yeah, I went out last night. It was fun. Shit, this week has been weird. What do I have? I do have some stuff to talk about, don't I? So, hilarious story. I, went out. So, at my job, like, my job is really, it wears and tears on my shoes, so I've kind of like, okay, well, I can't just, I want to just have these shoes strictly just for work, so I wear those shoes for work, and so I was like, I need to buy a pair of new workout shoes that I can just have for the gym and work out in. And actually, what's crazy is like I think I broke them in enough where they don't feel so weird anymore. I'm actually wearing them right now. My new ones, my new ones. So I went to Shoe Carnival. I don't know why I love going to Shoe Carnival and getting shoes there. They always have pretty decent. Like I don't need anything crazy. I just need a pair of Nikes or I need a pair of Adidas, and they always have a decent pair for like 40. You know, between if you're lucky, you can get like these deals. They have deals like these flash deals where for a couple hours things will be cheaper. So I got these pair of Adidas shoes, and I got them. And I was like, okay, whatever. If they're size 11 and a half, I normally wear a size 11 and a half, 12. Which I remember, I'm like, oh yeah, Adidas runs a little big, so you have to usually go down like a half size. But anyway, so I got them, and I'm wearing them. I'm like, oh man, these shoes are a little, these shoes are a little loose. They're just a little slightly big. But I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I'm just gonna wear them because they're just gym shoes, and like they had what was so cool about them, they had like a thick sole because like I'm starting to get really bad Achilles pain, and I think it's either because I'm walking a lot, and I also think it's because uh, I just had I've I've had so many high ankle sprains from football that I think my ankles are just fucking shot, and they are just I can't even squat that much because if I do and I don't wear if I don't wear a right shoe and try to do a lot of squatting, the one my Achilles will start hurting, and then two the next day like it is so painful to walk. It is so painful to walk, but I'm like, you're also 35. You're old. Your body's beat to hell because of sports, so it's probably because of that and just working out. Because there's no at this point, if you work out consistently, and you're 35, and you do it and you lift weights, and there's no way that your body isn't beaten a little. There's no way that you don't have some sort of injury. So that was gross. Uh, but yeah, it's just fuck, dude. Just so I got them and I was wearing them. And I'm like, oh, these are cool. And I wore them once for a leg day, and then I wore them for an upper body workout. And when I get done with the gym, I sit in the sauna, and I sit in the sauna for about 20 minutes. It's very good. They keep on finding more and more and more and more and more and more and more benefits of why you should do the sauna. It helps, helps with your sleep. It helps with your. So apparently, if you sit in the sauna and you do it for at least 15 to 20 minutes a day, at least 100 and I think 65 degrees or higher, it eliminates all of like heart disease, blood pressure, like strokes, all this. It diminishes the chance of you getting it by 40%. Then you take that plus your like genetics. So if you have pretty good genetics and you work out and you do all these things, like you're eliminating the chance of you getting certain cancers and certain like things are wrong with your body. Because like honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I can go sit in the sauna and I'll have inflammation in a certain body part. Like after I sit in the sauna, like I'm pretty fucking good. Like it just gets all that blood flow to the blood. A lot of oxygen goes to your body. You stretch. You can have a lot of fun. That's why they do. Oh God, that hurt. That's why they have hot yoga. I'm not the biggest fan. I think yoga's hard enough. There's no need to put an extra element to it. But granted, maybe that's just me being a pussy. That could just be being a pussy. And I shouldn't say that because it's probably me just being a wimp. But so I go in the sauna, and this is something I've done all the time. I've always I put everything in my locker, lock it, and I usually just keep my shoes out because I don't know why. I didn't even think about. I don't know why I did this. I left my shoes out, and I've done this before, but I've always been with like my work shoes, just bullshit boots or something like that. So like, who's gonna if you really steal a pair of boots, then woof. But they're a brand new pair of Adidas, and I can't believe I did this. I left them out for 15 minutes, no joke. 15 minutes, I come back out, they're gone, and I'm like, damn it, Juan, damn it. And like, they weren't even that expensive a pair of shoes. They were only $50. They were like $50. So I'm not saying I'm balling, but like in retrospect, like I don't know. I feel like people spend like $120 on shoes all the time. Like, and that's just normal for people. I'm like, I don't do that. I can find a deal. I'll find a fucking deal. Watch. Wait. Wait to the end of the story. So I was like, fuck. And I had my work shoes. I wasn't really tripping about it, but I was just like, damn, man. Like, someone stole my goddamn shoes. And it's so weird to steal. For me, I think it's weird to steal shoes because it's such a um, it's such a unique thing that you need. So, like, if you wear a size if you were a size 12, then you have to steal like a shoe that's a size 12. But like then also it's like maybe these person's not stealing for themselves; they're probably stealing it because it's brand new. Like I've only worn them in the gym twice, so like it was just so it was like a brand new pair of shoes, and I'm just like, son of a bitch! I can't believe I let this fucking happen. And so I was just, but the thing is, I wasn't really that upset. I just kind of like, because the reason why I wasn't that upset is because it happened on a Wednesday, right? On Monday, it might have been Monday no, it was Tuesday. I was at work and I was getting frustrated at work, and I've been working really hard. I'm really working hard on one. I want to be less selfish. I feel like I've been very selfish lately. I don't know why. I'm gluttonous in that sense of like just focusing on me and trying to get stuff done for me. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I I feel like there's a point where like you do too much and you need to like throttle back. It's like everything in moderation. And I think I've been focusing on myself too much on that aspect of things. So I'm like, okay, John, you need to let's back up. Let's back up and like let's be less self-centered and be more selfless. And so when I started thinking like that, it was really funny because I was doing some stuff in a truck, and I was taking stuff out with a pallet jack, and then on the wall, it was so crazy because I'm not even Christian, but I know when I see a sign, I see a sign. You know what I mean? There was a there was a Trinity cross, so there was like the main cross and then two little crosses underneath it, and it was in a circle. And I'm like, okay, all right, okay. I might not be Christian, but I can understand a sign that God's like, hey, like, come on, dude, like, you're right, you're on the right path. Just follow this, follow like, whenever you're upset, use me as a source of like being able to vent. And I'm like, okay, you're right. I just need to pray. I need to be able to take a moment, think, and be like, hey, it's not that big of a deal because you're gonna feel worse. You're gonna feel worse like snapping at somebody. That always feels way worser than if you were just to like be frustrated. Just be frustrated. It's okay to be frustrated, but it's worse to be frustrated and then snap, and then you feel bad because you're frustrated, and you also feel bad because you used that frustration. You weren't an adult and you frustrated, and yeah. And it's like it's something I need to continuously work on. I always have to tell myself every day, it's like, you control how you react. You control how you react. You control how you react. It's okay to be upset. It's not okay to react in a negative way. So I'm just like, fuck. So I'm like thinking like that. I'm thinking like that. I'm like, okay, be like that. And so I feel like this week's been full of so many tests because of that. So after that, I lost those shoes. I got those shoes stolen, and I'm like, I feel like the old me would have been upset. I'm like, fuck this, fuck these people. And I'm like, I wanted to be upset about upset with humans, and I'm like, you know what? No, you know what? No, John. What you should do is be grateful that you're able to do that. It's the holiday season. Maybe this person, yeah, like what you said, like if you have to steal a pair of shoes, you clearly need them more than me. You need those shoes more than I need those shoes. I was getting those shoes because I just wanted a new pair of shoes for the gym. Okay, that's. Can I afford it? Yes. Is it gluttonous? Slightly. Would that be something that like Moses or Jesus or any of these other Muhammad, would they be upset, or would they just be like, you know what, hey, cool, just let it go, And that was the mindset I went with. I was like, you know what, hey, Merry Christmas, you helped out somebody who was in a struggle, who's in a pinch. For all you know, that could have been one of those homeless people you see at the at the bus station, and they could have just came in, used the restroom, saw a pair of shoes, and they took them. And guess what? Now they have a new pair of shoes, and they're gonna have a new pair of shoes all for winter. That has really nice foam cushioning on it for their Achilles as well. And this was the mindset I was thinking. I'm like, hey, just think like this. Be positive. You're happy. Who cares? Who cares? You're able to do that. Thought like that. Guess what? Then what the next day happened? Okay, so then I'm like, okay, whatever. I just let it go, moved on with my life. So then on Friday, I was like, you know what, John? Just go to that shoe carnival that's right by your job. Go there, see if they might have a pair of shoes. And you know what? If they do, fuck it. We'll just spend another $80 pair of we'll spend like $80 and get a pair of nice shoes, and you'll have a nice pair of workout shoes. So that was my mindset. So I went over to the shoe carnival. I walk in. As soon as I walk in, they had like 5 flash deals. So they had a pair of Adidas shoes that were like $110, marked down to $40. And I'm like, fuck yeah. And they're, if you buy these in the next hour, then you get these shoes for $40. I'm like, oh, hell yeah. So I was like looking around, looking at other shoes. I'm like, okay. So I tried on some other shoes. I'm like, and they were a little tight because they were size 11 instead of 11 and a half. But I'm like, these are Adidas. So like I normally wear 11 and a half, 12. Just go down a half step or a full step, and then, and it'll be okay. And so I was like, and like, I just was like, man, I don't, if I get these are just a little tight. They're a little tight. So I was like, okay. I went ahead and I just bought them. Anyway, so I went up to the register, and like, hey, right, it looks like you have a coupon. Would you like to use your coupon too? Sweet. End up getting these shoes for $25. I got $110 pair of shoes for $25. And you know what? I look at it as, the Lord taketh, the Lord giveth. You know what I mean? He needed me to give those shoes to somebody who needed them. And then guess what? He blessed me with giving me, hey, here's a $110 pair of shoes before tax. I'll give them to you for $25. So it's crazy, dude. It is wild. I maybe it's just I'm getting older, but it's also like I also kind of said that with God about my filmmaking. I'm like, God, how do you want me to do with my filmmaking? And then boom, he drops me a check. And so it's just crazy. It's just wild how things are working. It's wild how things work. It's weird how the world works. Where are we at? Oh man, we have about like 12 minutes left. I should probably do the video of the week. Should we do the video of the week? All right. Here we go.
Today we are baking my feminine fluids into cookies. Here's all the ingredients, including my squirt, which is a very little amount because I'm on antidepressants. Flour, baking powder, sugar, butter of course, egg, vanilla extract, of course the magical ingredient. Do you think the people I'm feeding these to will...
Welcome to the John Show with your host, John Doogie Clouser.
Isn't that so fucking gross? So gross. So gross. Like, I don't understand. Like, see, this is the problem. Like, see, like, people get upset with, like, I just sit here and I talk. I show weird videos. Like, these people they are making these weird videos. I'm just showing weird videos. Dude, I just don't get it. It's like, Jess, if you get a hobby, talking about hobbies, golf's doing really good. I had a breakthrough, another one yesterday. I think I might have figured out how I can stand, and the routine I needed, not the routine, but like just the swing that I needed to do. And I think it's because I've been standing, my stance, my legs, instead of them about this far, I have had them about this far apart. If I just put them about that far apart, that little difference changed so much. So much. it was like 80 yards, additional yards to my fucking drive yesterday. It was insane. And I was playing in the rain. It was wild. It sucked because I played for a full round and only got to play 9 holes. But it was okay because then I ended up going and having drinks. And it was an amazing time. It was an amazing time with some really good friends. Anyway, so we should probably do a couple of Craigslist misconnections. You guys want to do Craigslist misconnections? And then we will go from there. I feel like I had, you know what? I think I deleted it. I had like an intro song for this for the misconnections. I sang a couple weeks ago. Yeah, because I just don't think I have it anymore. I think I deleted it, or it got deleted because it wasn't just a normal file. I didn't put it in a separate file folder. Juan, this is what happens. This is what happens. What the hell's this? She would put her hand on the door, and she would like speak in tongues and pray. And you're like, okay, that's cool. Like, and I thought that was probably the weirdest thing that this bitch was gonna do. And which you might be like, John, that's really aggressive to call this woman, this lady, this person, a bitch. But no, because what she did next was quite unforgivable. I don't remember this. She would put her hand on the door. I don't remember saying that. I'm done with that. Man, we're just wasting time, aren't we? Okay, so we should probably get to Craigslist misconnections. Okay, if you're not familiar with Craigslist, what it is this place on the internets where you go and people, were at like a gas station or a, Dairy Queen, and they ran into someone and they had a connection with them, or they had some sort of interaction and they wish they would have done more. Maybe got their phone number, or maybe got their email address, which is weird. And so now they go on Craigslist and hoping that this person will read this message, and then they can reconnect and all that stuff. So we're just trying to help. That's basically what this segment is for. Anyway, so here is the first one. Let's go. All right, Pink Sweater Independence. You're wearing a pink sweater outside of Dave's neighborhood station with your kids. With your child, I believe, getting a soda pop. Soda pop. It's interesting. Usually people call it soda or they call it pop. The fact that they call it soda pop is very interesting. I didn't get to say anything because I was walking with someone I knew up there, but I wanted to. You were so cute. Would love to get to know more about you and talk sometime. Cool. Sweet. Look at that. Craigslist misconnections. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, let's do the next one. Okay. My heart will never feel again. South KC. I'm assuming SKC. That's what that means. A love like ours happens almost never. You were my perfect other half. I still dream about you and remember your love with me forever. Okay, that was incredibly sad. That was sad. That was so sad. All right, next one. Okay. Where is my cute cashier, 75th and Metcalf? I'm missing your sexiness and your mustache. Come back to work so I can ask you out. So clearly this is a lady. A lady wants this. Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, yeah. So I think that's Craigslist misconnections this week, guys, because we only have about 5 minutes left on this podcast. So I wanted to at least show you some videos. All right. So here's video 1.
I want to tell you. You want to tell your buddies upstairs to stop chemicaling me, you bunch of freaking loser cowards?
What? What the fuck is this? Like, I don't know why Instagram's like John, you want to see this, don't you? This is the kind of stuff you want to see, isn't it? All right, here's the next video.
So rooted, grounded, safe and secure. We're protected by the mother nature. She's always here. She's rising up from below us. It's a spiritual wave. A blast of loving light is coming through our bodies today.
Shake that booty all around as you listen to that galactivated sound.
Music's flowing in the rhythm of life. The whole planet is awakening and she is alive.
Move and groove it as you get down. Stomp your feet like thunder in the ground.
Again, I don't know why Instagram thinks I want to see this kind of stuff, but I take it. I take it. All right, here's the next video.
Along with me while I test for negative food reactions from my lunch. Here I'm testing vanilla, protein powder, and almond milk that I'm going to put in my Ninja Creamy. And this one already had some kind of like sugary pieces in it. Here's the chocolate version of the same thing without any sugary pieces in it. And we know that this one will not cause an adverse reaction.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't get this video. I don't get it. I don't understand what, because I think she has MS. I think. I don't know. I don't get the video. I don't get why Instagram showed it to me. There's a dude who said those feet were sexy. That's the reason why I left that part up. I'm like, that's fucking gross, dude. That's gross. Now, this guy is wild. This guy is wild with what he does. Check this out.
A lot of people been asking for mayonnaise boba, mayonnaise pearls, if you will. A lot of you guys reached out and said mayonnaise Dippin' Dots. I tried the mayonnaise Dippin' Dots. Alright, I froze them. They all stuck together. I would have had to separate them on a sheet tray, and who the fuck's got time for that? You know, I applied the same method years ago, making ketchup, caviar, some gelatin, a condiment, and you just drip it in some cold vegetable oil. I mean, that's basically as close as we're gonna get to Dippin' Dots, is a little Drippin' Dots. And I mean, you could put these on a sandwich, you could put them in your pocket for a little snack on the go. I prefer the spoon-to-mouth method. I like to get as many balls as I can in my mouth at one time. And is a spoonful of mayonnaise balls in your mouth the best thing on earth? Meh. But science and free will allow it. So if I can put some mayonnaise balls in my mouth, I'm putting mayonnaise balls in my mouth.
Fucking gross. Terrifying. Gross. So fucking gross. So gross. So nasty. I hate this next video. And they look like brothers and sisters too. That's what makes it gross. And it's like, why does this have to be Hispanic people? Why does it have to be Latin people? Like, why does it have to be my herd that's doing this weird, gross stuff? God damn, it's fucking weird. All right, here's this last video. This one's the same dude for the mayonnaise guy. It's another mayonnaise dude video.
A lot of people been asking for a mayonnaise and Doritos pie recipe. Listen, the holidays are coming up. You're going to want to show up with something that's really just going to wow everybody. And if you show up with the Doritos mayonnaise pie, the DMP, people are going to be talking. They're going to be talking about you. They're going to be talking about what you've done with your life, where you're going with your life. You know, you want to avoid family members asking when you're going to get married, you know, when you're going to do an intercourse and have a little baby. Show up with the Doritos and mayonnaise pie. That's all they're going to talk about. It's a great way to make friends and enemies all at the same time.
Like, if you didn't know what it was, it looks good. But then when you realize what it is, you're like, that's terrifying to ever eat. To ever eat anything like that would be absolutely terrifying. All right, well, guys, about 45 seconds left in this podcast. We did it. I'm going to watch the Chiefs game now. Hope you guys have a good week. I think I have one more episode before it's Christmas time, right? So, yeah. Next week will be the Christmas episode, I guess. All right. Yeah. Hope you guys are good. Stay warm. Wash your hands. Put lotion on your hands so your hands don't get dry. Look both ways. Bananarama. All right. Well, I guess, bye. See you later, alligator. All right. Bye.